Okay. Okay, it looks like we're up and going. I'm looking at my live stream health here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And I got the green light. Okay, I got my live stream settings right. So I have a really poor internet connection, so yeah, I'm buffering a little bit, but that's just the way it's going to go. But I got the bit rate and all that. I had to figure it out, and we're just going to have to deal with buffering. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing these live streams weekly, every Saturday, and yeah, this is okay. This is going to kind of suck because I buffer. Anyway, let me just get on with it. Today's topic. Okay, yeah, I see the lag time. I'll have to tweak it a little more. When I do post this, I would appreciate. Yeah, now I'm getting the video output low thing again. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So, okay, let's see. I have the pop out there. Let's see. I don't. Okay. I'm gonna have to put the chat. I thought I had the chat back in here because I just don't know. I thought I had. I liked how I have the setup here with the ticker and everything. I thought I had the video chat in there. Maybe let me go to my OBS. I see one person is watching, thankfully, but I don't know who it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at my OBS and I'm getting red, yellow, green, and okay. Well, I'm spending a lot of time on the OBS part of this instead of what this video is actually about. Okay. Let me just go on with this. It's easier to watch than on my YouTube screen because it's just easier that way. I'll just have to deal with a poor quality video quality. I'll just have to tweak my settings. But again, I am going to be doing these live videos here on my OBS setup. What I really like is I like how the ticker down here in the bottom. I'm still working on this video text chat. Apparently nothing's in there or nobody's jumped in. Let me switch back to my YouTube screen here. Let me go back to that. Oops. Okay, let me just get out of here. Okay. Yeah, I don't see. Okay, I'm going to restore the chat. I'm going to restore the chat back into here. So if I can see somebody in there. Okay, now I have chat, but I have it back. I have chat back into my YouTube screen. So, yeah. Okay. I will just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip-flop. I'm going to flip-flop from my YouTube page to my OBS, and we'll just go from there. It's easier for me if I just go onto my OBS and record, watch from there, because this lag time is just really too much for me. Okay, I like this better. I have no clue what's going on with this video text chat. I was hoping that I'm looking at my OBS screen now. Nobody's in the text chat, but that's fine. Let me just get on with my stream. Title of this is what I'm discussing is the Detroit Lions off season, and in particular, the new hire of the head coach Matt Patricia. For those of you who know me, I'm really harsh on the Lions. I've been following them since 1968. All they do is lose, lose, lose. They're good for nothing for the most part, and I always call them out for it. I've been doing that for quite a long time, as you can tell. Actually, I think what's going on with the Lions, I think they are turning the page. They're not going to win a Super Bowl anytime soon. However, I like the fact that Martha Ford has finally gotten a combination of a general manager and a head coach who not only are friends but have worked together for many, many years. I know Jim Caldwell was one of the Lions' better coaches for the last 4 years. However, as Bob Quinn said at one of his press conferences, he did say that basically he felt that Coach Caldwell got him to a certain level, and it leveled off and it wasn't increasing. Bob Quinn is for winning championships, the division and playoff games and eventually the Super Bowl. But he doesn't go that far. But he says obviously that the ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl. I think they're headed in the right direction. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not too thrilled that they kept Jim Bob Cooter. However, when Matt Stafford said, basically pretty much said that he would like them to keep Cooter, well, I think Matt Patricia did the right thing, keeping Cooter at least here for now, because that's going to keep Matt Stafford happy. The team, if they replace the offensive coordinator and just upset Matt Stafford, then you may as well just kiss their season goodbye, and they'll be back to an 0-16 team again. So, but they do need to build up on a strong running game. They need to get power backs. I think they need to let Abdullah go. I think they should also let Zach Zenner go, but I think they should promote Tion Green, and Washington depends on what he does in the preseason and the OTAs and that sort of thing. But they need two power backs, and if they can possibly get Le'Veon Bell, that might be a good thing, but I'm not sure if Le'Veon Bell will be a good fit for the Lions, but I would certainly welcome that if they went that direction. But they do need to build up on the running. Also, they need to plug some holes on a defense. I think if Haloti Ngata re-signs with them at a bare minimum, don't pay him an exaggerated contract. If his head gets high and he wants an outrageous amount of money, then let him walk. Let Ziggy walk, and then fill those holes with younger defensive players, skilled players at those positions, and not only draft but get them in the free agency. They need to get better in the front seven, and they can get some very good second stringers in the event that Slay or Quinn go down. So they need a little more depth at the corners and the safety positions. So they do that. They plug up the holes on defense, and they really need to I'm hoping that since Matt Patricia knows both sides of the ball, I hope he really emphasizes on the offensive line to not only protect Matt Stafford, but they need to develop a good run blocking scheme. I don't care who you have in the background or in the backfield. If your offensive line is not prepared to run block, you're not going to get anywhere. And without a good running game, you're not going to get anywhere. They're going to be 9-7 again. Without a running game, they'll be 9-7 again at best, and may or may not make the playoffs. So they've got talent. They've got a lot of talent on the team. They just need to do a few things, and they can get over the hump. They need to win the division, and they need to win a playoff game, and then they need to build on that. Again, I'm not saying they're a Super Bowl team, but they're fully capable. They put in a few things here and a few things there. They can get to the next level. They can win the division, and they can at least win a playoff game, and then they can build on that. But they need to really work on things in the off season, and we'll see where that goes. Okay, well that's pretty much it for what I have on the Lions. Let me go back to my YouTube screen to see if there's anybody in the chat. Let me just get out of here. Let me go in there. I still have one person watching. I'm not sure who that is. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see the. Oops. Where are we at here? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm buffering here again. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for whoever's watching this. And it's not telling me. Maybe I'm the one that's watching. Who knows? Maybe I'm the only one on here. Excuse me. Okay, let me go back to my OBS screen. It's easier for me to there we go. Anyway, let's get on with the Tigers. As you know, the Tigers, they fired their manager, Brad Osmus. Thankfully, I've been yelling about that for years. Now the Tigers, they're not gonna win the division. They're not going to the playoffs. They're basically rebuilding, but it's nice to see that General Manager Avila has taken the steps to redo the management, and we'll see. I don't even know the new manager's name. I saw it on the Detroit local 4 station, and I can't remember his name, but he looks like he's going to be a pretty good guy. Again, the Tigers are rebuilding. I don't expect them to be dead last, but I don't expect them to be winning the division either. They're not even going to be a wild card, but they'll be about a 500 team. I would even go as far as to say is maybe they could, and a lot of Tiger fans are going to probably bite my head off for this, but if they can get something from Miggy, they really they need pitching. They need pitching badly all across the board. Starters, middle relief, closers, long relievers, pitching all the way across the board. Their pitching is just absolutely horrendous. They've got Fulmer, and I honestly can't tell you who besides Fulmer who I really like on their pitching staff. So that's going to be a bugger. We'll just see, because without pitching, they're going to get killed, and they're batting, with the exception of Miggy, and Miggy's been fighting quite a bit of injuries. So my point on the Tigers is that maybe they can get something good for Miggy while they can, because he is still young. I know people want to see him there for the duration of his career. That would be nice, but maybe it's time for a change, time to move on. But they need to do some things. So, but I think they'll be okay, but nothing spectacular. The Red Wings, I'm going to save the Pistons for last because I'm excited about them. But the Red Wings, it looks like it's going to be 2 years in a row without them going to the playoffs. I figured they were going to be dead last. They're not there, but they're not near the top. They're closer to the bottom of the barrel than they are top. I think Coach Blazen Hill, however you pronounce his name, I think he's getting them in the right direction, but a little too slow for my liking. They have streaks where they're playing like they can beat anybody in the league, and then they turn around and then they just really stink up the place. So yeah, the Red Wings are pretty much they're kind of going through a rebuilding situation, kind of like the Tigers. So it was nice for their 25-year run in the playoffs, but it really hurts to see them not. I mean, they still have a shot at the playoffs, but it's a really slim. So they're just not cutting it. I think they need a third goalie because as much as I like Howard and Mrazek, they just don't seem to be getting it done. They need a better goaltending, or actually probably a better defense. Their defense isn't doing it anyway. Let me get on and finish this live stream off with the Pistons. I am really excited about the Pistons. I was convinced, and I had said in some other videos, that the Pistons would be finished dead last. I was convinced that they were going nowhere, that they were going to be the worst team. But the management after this getting I can't even remember, Griffith or something like that. The blockbuster trades they made at the trade deadline, they have vastly improved their team. And once Reggie Jackson gets back, they could be a team that you would not want to play in the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, they're going to be a team that and I'm referring to the Cavaliers here. If I was the Cavaliers, I would not want to play the Pistons in the playoffs, even though the Cavaliers made some pretty good moves too. But if the Pistons do get in the playoffs, they can be a dangerous team. I could see them winning a series or two, probably not getting to the championships, but they are so far improved over what I thought they were. They're a team to be dealt with, and they will be a force to deal with, especially when it's going to be nice to see what happens when Reggie Jackson comes back, because I think they will be extremely tough to beat. Yes, they did get nailed by the Clippers the other night, and I was kind of expecting that. I think the Clippers just wanted the game more for whatever reason. The Pistons just didn't show up, and they got butchered. Anyway, I'm going to wind down this live stream now. Let me go back to my YouTube screen. These live streams are going to probably be choppy and not the greatest quality. It's because of my internet. I've got some really lousy internet connections, and I like the way I have my setup. So this is going to be pretty much, with the exception of the video text chat there, I'm going to have the ticker, I'm going to have my screen, I'm going to have some other things in here, but I'm going to have my ticker down there. And I'm going to be doing some other things with transitions and things like that on my OBS recording. But as far as doing OBS live stream, I will be doing that. It's just that it's going to come out choppy and be buffering until I get a better quality internet. I mean, I can upgrade my internet and get my speed going, but that's just something that I'm just going to have to budget for. I just can't do it at this point in time, personal things, but I just got to go with what I got to go with, and unfortunately it's not going to be the greatest quality, but at least I can get live streams out here on OBS, and we'll just take it from there, and I'll just have to evaluate each of my live streams as I do them. It's just one of those things. So be sure to hit the subscribe link in the description below that I'll have in there. I will put cards and end screens and that sort of thing on there. Check out the other videos that I'll have in there. I have some recent other videos. Be sure to check them out. Again, I'm going to be live every Saturday. It's not going to be all about Pistons or Lions or anything like that. In fact, let me sign off by saying next Saturdays it's going to be about dystonia. It's a neuromuscular disorder, something that I've had since 1989. I had it that long, was officially diagnosed in 91. So I will end that, and that's going to be my topic for next Saturday. It's going to be about dystonia. I am preparing all my notes and everything for that. Again, be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell notification if you like that, and please, whatever you've experienced on here, and if you have any ideas or suggestions as far as bit rate and things like that, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear what you have to say about that. And also, if you want to hear more about the Lions, Tigers, Pistons, and Red Wings, what do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want me to talk about? Because I was born in Detroit. Detroit's are my teams. I love them. Furious with them, but I love them. So give me your thoughts, and I will prepare videos accordingly. With that, I will sign off, and we will talk to you next time.